Hi there, it's Katie again. Thanks for checking back. Today's topic is something that can sound a little grim, but I want us to have a lot of fun with it because it's a topic that people can really think badly about. Okay? I'm on the edge of my seat, or maybe not, but what are we talking about? I'm talking about anger. You're thinking, ugh, that's uncomfortable. Nobody likes to feel angry. Ugh, you know that feeling? It starts in your stomach. Oh, it works its way up to your chin. We swallow hard, right? We clench our fists. We tighten, maybe grind our teeth, tighten our jaws. That horrible feeling, right? That's why usually we run away. Bah! I don't want to feel it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to confront that person. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just going to swallow hard. I'm going to push it down. I'm going to hope for the best, that they never bring it up again, right? And if they do, boof, we explode. I can't believe you, blah, blah. We just lose it for the smallest thing. It could be, I'm in the car with my mom. Hey, Mom, I'm almost out of shampoo. Can we swing by the store? Honey, we don't really have time. You never think about me. You never put me first. You lose it, right? Your mom's thinking, what the heck? So that's why we're talking about it. Still not quite understanding? We're talking about anger because the sooner we can get a little more comfortable being angry, the sooner we will be able to deal with it, cope with it, instead of pushing it down and exploding later. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. So how are we going to do it? Well, the first thing that I'd like to do, and this is where it gets a little fun for me, hopefully for you as well, but maybe not, is we're going to get into kind of a craft project of sorts. Now this can be really helpful to some people, and it can be really difficult for others, so be patient with yourself, it's okay. We're going to grab some paper, whether it's construction paper, printer paper, whatever you have on hand. You don't need to run to the craft store or Target or anything and get a bunch of, craft stuff, but just take what you have. So we're going to grab a piece of paper. We're going to take a red, usually crayons are probably the easiest and the ones that I usually use the most when I'm doing this. Red crayon, maybe peel back the paper a little bit, really get ready, and we're going to color that entire paper red. And I don't mean just color like feather, I mean angrily color. We're going to really color it, right? We're mad. We're getting mad. We're expressing anger. That's what this whole sheet is going to be about. Okay, so the paper's all red, right? Now, grab a magazine, grab a pen or a marker, write words that make you angry, things that have happened, maybe people who make you angry. Cut out clippings of things that are frustrating, things that you find make you angry at yourself. Now that's kind of what we're trying to get at, is usually an eating disorder is anger that should be put out is actually directed in. Does that make sense? So instead of me telling my brother, you hurt my feelings, all through growing up, you called me fatso and you told me that I was no good and I'm a retard, you said all these hurtful things. Instead of saying that to somebody, we're actually directing it in on ourselves and saying, yeah, I am that. That's true. I'm not worthy. I'm a bad person. I'm a horrible human being. We say all these bad things, right? When actually the anger needs to be put out. Does that make sense? Okay, so why are we making this weird, ugly collage? Well, by putting things down and doing it through art can be an easy way to begin to get comfortable with that feeling of anger. That's kind of why I had you start with like a crayon and roughly coloring, because just that expression, thinking about things that have made you angry and exerting it that way can be one healthy way of getting rid of the anger if we're not ready to confront someone. Okay? So that's one thing we can do. Art is a great way to express an emotion without having to tell anybody about it. I have some clients who have whole workbooks filled with different collages about fear, shame, anger, guilt. Whatever they feel gives them that emotion, they're expressing it. And it can kind of help, it's kind of cathartic, it helps you get it out there, right? So that's one way. Another way, I would say physical activity, but I don't mean it in the way that your eating disorder thinks I mean it. I mean it in the way of exerting that feeling. So sometimes you can take like a basketball and you bounce it against the wall. I'm just standing here, I'm bouncing against the wall. I can bounce it, hopefully you're outside in a cement wall. To preface this, so your moms or dads or whoever, or your dorm mates don't get mad at me. Go outside, throw a ball around. It's something about just that feeling of releasing the anger can make us feel so much better. I used to do that when I was stressed out in college. I had a tennis racket. I used to just hit this ball and it would just hit the ground to the wall, back to me, ground to wall. You know what I'm talking about? Over and over and over till I felt some relief. So that's an option. Another safe option, especially if you live at home and you don't really have anywhere you can go and they're going to wonder why you're outside kicking the ball around like a crazy person, grab a pillow. You can scream in a pillow. You can squeeze a pillow. You can throw a pillow safely without hurting anything. A lot of people have little stuffed animals. There are a lot of ways to exert that feeling, that anger. Does that help a little bit? Even writing angry journal entries. You can listen to angry music really loud on your headphones, right? Really get in the mood. Write a nasty letter to somebody who hurt you. You son of a gun. I can't believe you did this. What the heck were you thinking? You're such a terrible person. Whatever, right? Go on and on. Go crazy. Put as much information as you want, because the more comfortable we get feeling the anger for a little bit and expressing it, the closer we're getting to actually talking to someone about something that hurt us. A confrontation. I know that word just makes people cringe. I don't like that. I'd rather run away. Run away. My friends and I used to joke about that. We just run away. I don't want to deal with it. But that's why we start turning it inward. Instead of confronting the person for something they said, we believe what they said. And that's almost worse, don't you think? So give those few things a try. One, the collaging, the scribbling of the markers or the crayons, right? That's one way. Second way, like bouncing the ball, exerting the energy in that way. I don't mean run. I don't mean exercise. Talking about anger distribution, right? Throwing a ball, hitting with a tennis racket, things like that. Screaming into a pillow, it's another option. Throwing a stuffed animal. And listening to angry music. So there's quite a few options that you can do so that we can start to feel a little okay with that angry feeling, right? It's okay to have anger. People do things that are hurtful, and usually our first reaction to protect ourselves is anger. So our body's response is normal. That's okay to feel angry, but we need to find a way to do it constructively. So this is just the beginning. Hope that's clear. And like I always say, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So as we go over this more and I give you other tips and ways and places and things you can do to deal with different emotions, you hear about it right away. And also don't forget to comment below. Hey, that really helped. I tried that and that really made it better. Or, hey, that didn't work at all. Do you have anything else? I've tried all of them and I'm still just steaming with anger, right? Let me know. I love the feedback. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter or check out my website, katiemorton.com, because they're great, healthy communities to post information and journal and maybe vent. I was really angry today. I got to doing this and right? I'd love to hear about it so we can continue creating an environment of support towards recovery. So keep checking back and keep working with me as we work towards a healthy mind and a healthy body.